Thank you so much to all of my subscribers and everybody who has liked and commented on the past videos. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your feedback, and of course I appreciate the subscriptions. If you're new around here, I'm Birdie Galaxy. This is the Lunatic Fringe, and I do new moon and full moon horoscopes with tarot iconography to illustrate the zodiac. In this video, we will be discussing the Capricorn full moon, which takes place on July 3rd. Because it's a full moon, that means it is opposite of the sun, which is in Cancer. So this is going to be a Capricorn Cancer experience. So your rising sign determines which house is your Capricorn house and which house is your Cancer house. If you don't know your rising sign, there are many sites that you can look that up on. Just do a quick internet search for rising sign. You will need to know your birth date, birthplace, and specifically birth time in order to figure out your rising sign. So let's get into this. Okay, Gemini rising, this full moon is happening in Capricorn, which is your 8th house. Because it's a full moon, that puts the sun in the opposite house, which is your 2nd house, which is Cancer. So let's start with the sun. We have the sun, our vital energy, creativity, life force, the warmth of the sun. It just heats up anything it touches. And the sun is conjunct Mercury right now, which means they are together in the same spot in the sky, working together, harmonizing their energies together. So Mercury is manifestation, action, and communication. So these are all both in your 2nd house. And the 2nd house is the house of finances, the house of personal values. So every year from mid-June to mid-July, when the sun is in Cancer, it really lights up your house of finances, your house of personal worth, self-worth, as well as the resources that you have on hand. So this is really bringing the, this can really enhance your financial acumen. It can really bring opportunities for increased income through communication. Mercury is communication, and intellectual pursuits. This can also stimulate a deeper understanding of your personal values and your desire for emotional security and stability in matters of money and your possessions. So when we bring the moon into the mix, we have the moon, which is the high priestess. And this is the energy of intuition, of inner wisdom, of spirituality, feminine cycles, femininity, or just the feminine mystique in general. The moon is in Capricorn, which is your 8th house. And the 8th house is the house of personal transformation, intimacy, and shared resources. So we have the sun and Mercury over here really heightening this focus on financial matters and emotional security. And then the moon opposing it, pulling apart, separating, or creating that tension is bringing these intense emotions surrounding your shared resources, the resources that you share with maybe a partner or with a group or a family. And it's really highlighting your need to balance this practicality with this deep-seated emotion connected to your shared resources in matters relating to money, possessions, and investments. So whoever you share finances with, this can really be bringing a lot of emotion to that, and it's showing your need for your own individual personal financial stability separate from this shared resource or this shared income that you might have with a partner or with a family member or with a friend or an organization or what have you. Now Jupiter, which is the Wheel of Fortune, this is the energy of expansion, of growth, cycles, changes, destiny, abundance. Jupiter is in Taurus, which is your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of sacrifice, spiritual self, solitude. It can also be the house of self-destruction and self-undoing. It's a secretive house. Some people call it the house of secret enemies. Oftentimes we are our own worst enemy, aren't we? So when the sun moves into Cancer and it highlights our financial need, making this 60-degree angle to Jupiter, which is an opportunity, what this is doing is really bringing that expansive financial energy and increased material abundance with opportunities for growth and prosperity in areas relating to personal resources and possessions. Now, when it's making this aspect to Jupiter, this can really highlight your need for introspection, for spiritual exploration. This is really encouraging a deeper understanding of your values and your personal beliefs. It's potentially leading to hidden blessings. The 12th house, again, it's hidden, but this Jupiter in here in this spiritual realm is very much about blessings and opportunities. So this can really lead to some hidden blessings and growth in the realm of spirituality and inner wisdom. Now, Jupiter is also making an aspect to the moon. It's 120 degrees away, so that's a trine or luck. This is bringing luck. So what this is doing is, again, we have this deep emotional transformation and this opportunity for spiritual growth. The 8th house is also a spiritual house. This is the house where we go through the dark night of the soul energy, where we go deep, deep into examination of the mundane self. The 12th house is the deep examination of the spiritual self. Now, this could be a time of increased intuition because you've got these two deeply intuitive, deeply spiritual houses being lit up and talking to each other, harmonizing with each other in this trine aspect. So this can not only increase your intuition, but it can increase your sense of inner security, spiritual security, intimate emotional security. And this can lead to this expansion of hidden talents, as well as a greater connection with your subconscious realm. So there's a lot of spiritual, subconscious, intuitive energy going on with you right now, Gemini. Now we have Saturn into this mix. Saturn is discipline, structure, boundaries, fulfillment, and completion. Saturn gets the job done. Saturn is in Pisces. Pisces is your 10th house. The 10th house is the house of career, professionalism, public status, or public image. So we have the Sun and Mercury over here bringing that highlight, that spotlight onto your financial matters, your personal values, and this is potentially leading to a desire for greater stability. Saturn brings stability and security within your career and your public image. So you're starting to see, or you already see, that in order to enhance who you are in this public realm, you need to work on what's going on in your financial house and vice versa. In order to feel that financial security, you need to really set some structure, some boundaries, and some disciplined action in your house of career. So this trine aspect with retrograde Saturn is retrograde, so we're reevaluating, regenerating. This can bring a period of opportunities for you to reassess your long-term goals and to make practical adjustments in your professional pursuits. This is really fostering a sense of responsibility as well as dedication to your career development. You're figuring out who you want to be, which direction you want to go. Maybe this is a fresh new start. Maybe this is a career change, but something that you're getting the picture on, and you're realizing that you need to be a lot more disciplined and structured in that in order to get to this feeling of financial stability and security. So we have Venus and Mars in Leo, which is your 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of communication. It's the house of messaging, learning skills, as well as relationships with siblings or cousins or people on that level of your family tree. Not your parents, not your children, not your aunts and uncles, but your cousins or your siblings. So with Venus and Mars conjunct, we have Venus is the Empress. This is the energy of abundance, nurturing, creativity. And then we have Mars. Mars is upheaval, crisis, and revelation. These are both in your 3rd house, or your house of communication, your house of personal skills. So what this is doing is really amplifying your communication style. It's making you more assertive, more charismatic, and more passionate in your interactions with others. This really can enhance your persuasive abilities, and it's really bringing in opportunity for creative self-expression and for networking. Now, this Venus-Mars conjunction is squaring off with Uranus. Uranus is the Fool. This is the energy of spontaneity, innocence, new beginnings, naivete, as well as unexpected changes. So Uranus is in Taurus, also in your 12th house. What this is doing is really bringing this square, it's squaring off with the Venus and Mars here. And a square is a 90-degree angle or a challenge or an obstacle, or it can create some kind of conflict. So what this is doing is really bringing some sudden shifts and some disruptions to the way that you express yourself. It can lead to passionate debates. It can bring unexpected encounters that challenge your conventional beliefs, and it's really going to encourage personal growth. So any unexpected changes that are happening are always about personal growth. Jupiter in your 12th house, bringing that expansive energy, is also making a 60-degree angle to Saturn, to retrograde Saturn, opening up an opportunity here. This is bringing opportunities for spiritual growth and expansion through hidden or behind the scenes activities. This can potentially lead to career advancements or recognition in subtle and transformative ways. This harmonious aspect can bring a sense of stability and discipline. Saturn is that stable, disciplined energy to professional endeavors. Now this can really allow for this manifestation of long-term goals and a solid foundation for success. There's so much going on here with this expansive energy in your 12th house and these unexpected changes in your 12th house with these hidden talents, hidden agendas even, and your career, who you are out in the world, your public recognition, your public status. Pluto has made its way back into the 8th house, into Capricorn. It had moved into Aquarius briefly. It will be moving back into Aquarius next year, where it will stay for 20 years. But for now, it has moved back into Capricorn again. So we're once again feeling this very powerful Pluto energy in Capricorn, in the 8th house, Gemini. So this is really bringing about, once again, the last time to visit this, because Pluto is retrograde, it's a time to reevaluate. Now, Neptune is in Pisces right over here, and this aspect is making another sextile. So this is bringing in more opportunity. There's just opportunity everywhere, doors opening everywhere. It's just the energy is open for everybody. So Gemini, for you, this is really bringing in a time of profound transformation and spiritual growth within your professional life and within your professional career. This can really inspire you to align your career with your deepest passions and tap into your intuitive and your creative abilities in this 8th house. This can lead to a greater sense of purpose and success, Gemini. There's so much wonderful, expansive energy going on here. We've got this need for balance between your finances, making money for yourself, being self-sufficient, pulling away from these shared resources. Perhaps you've been relying on a shared resource for long enough, and it's time to start shining the light on you and how you can support yourself. Now we have this expansive energy of Jupiter, along with the unexpected changes of Uranus in the 12th house, or the house of spirituality, the house of spiritual growth, the house of self-examination. Saturn is telling you to bring this disciplined, structured, boundary-creating energy to your area of career and public recognition and status. If you want to get that recognition, you got to be more disciplined about it. You've got to be more structured about what you're doing. And then we have Neptune bringing that dreamlike quality, bringing that dreamy, enhanced energy to this house of Pisces where it lives, where it belongs, showing you that you can make your dreams come true. It doesn't matter how unrealistic your ideals are. With discipline and focus, you can get there. Okay, and then we have Mars and Venus bringing action and passion and energy and motivation to your mindset, to your intellect, and to your house of communication, as well as relationships with siblings, cousins, and close family members on that tier. So Gemini, I hope you liked that. I appreciate the comments, the feedback, everything. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.